Close the eyes and just take a few deep breaths in and out through the mouth. Take a few deep breaths in your own time, grounding yourself down through the sitting bones, lifting up tall on the inhale, grounding down on the exhale. Now just breathe in and out through the nose. Nice long, deep breaths. Really allowing the tummy to expand and drawing the tummy in on the exhale. So you're really powering the breath from the tummy. And start making the breath a little bit quicker. In and out through the nose still, with force or a little bit of force. Really powering it from the tummy, expanding on the inhale, drawing it in on the exhale. And now keeping that short, sharp breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're going to do this 5 more times, and then we're going to hold the breath at the end of the exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the end of the exhale and just be still. Feel the silence in the body, relaxing the shoulders and the fingers. Just hold it until the next breath comes. And when that happens, take a big breath in and then hold at the top of the exhale, top of the inhale, sorry. And release. We're going to do that again. We're going to do short breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're going to do 30 and then hold the breath at the end of the exhale for as long as you can. And then come to the top, take a breath in and hold. And I'll call it, okay? So, and in through the nose, out through the mouth. 1. And hold at the end of the exhale, relaxing the shoulders and the fingers, relaxing the spine, lifting up tall through the back of the neck, top of the head. Just feel the heartbeat. And then when the next breath comes, allow that breath to come and hold it at the top of the inhale. And release. We're going to do that one more time. So just center yourself. And then we begin. And hold at the bottom of the exhale. Feeling the stillness in the body. Feeling the energy flow around the body. Feel the heartbeat. And then hold at the top of the inhale. And then come back to your natural breath. Just take a few moments here, feeling the stillness in the body. And just check in with how you feel. Then bring the hands to prayer and heart center, thumbs touching the chest. Just take a breath in. And as you exhale, just bow the head. Bow into yourself. Now that the body and mind is ready for the practice. And release. So just bring the hands either side of the body. Just inhale, lift the arms up. Reach up towards the ceiling, interlace the fingers, turn the palms up towards the ceiling and reach the heels of the hands up towards the ceiling. And just push one arm up and then the other, just lengthening the side of the body. And then gently bend the elbows and just bring the arms behind the ears. Move the torso from side to side, relaxing the back of the neck. Bring the gaze down to the ground. And then release the arms wide to bring the fingers behind the back, interlacing the fingers the other way. And just gently raise the arms up, opening up the chest. Keep the gaze to the ground. And then on an inhale, lift the chin. And exhale here. Inhale. And exhale, release, bringing the arms in front of you. We're going to bring the right arm underneath the left elbow, interlock the elbows, and then wrap the hands around. Yeah, that's right. And then press the shoulder heads, so that's the top of the shoulders away from you, and look into the elbows. Just take a few breaths here. And release. And then just change the interlace. of the legs. And bring the arms either side. Fingertips touching the ground, lifting up tall through the spine. Inhale, raise the right arm up, reaching up towards the ceiling, and then gently coming over to the left-hand side, stretching the whole of the right side body. Opening the chest up towards the side. And just breathe into that stretch. Notice if you're holding tension in the knees or the feet. And then inhale back to center, reaching tall, looking up. And exhale, float the hand back down. Inhale, raise the left arm up, reaching up towards the ceiling, looking up, and then on the exhale, coming over to the right-hand side. Opening up the chest, reaching out through the fingertips, grounding the left hip down. Really breathe into that stretch. Inhale yourself back up to center, reaching tall. And exhale, release. Inhale, both arms up. And we're going to take a twist to the left-hand side. So right hand to the outside of the left knee. Use that as a lever to twist the body, to look behind you. Inhale, lift up tall through the spine, getting both sitting bones on the ground. And then on the exhale, twist from the ribs and the belly button. Take a couple of breaths here. And then inhale, reaching the arms back up to center. And exhale, take a twist in the other direction. Left arm to the back of the right knee, using that as your lever, twisting from the ribs. Inhale, lift up tall, grounding both sitting bones down. Exhale, twisting from the ribs and the belly button, the lower abdomen. Take a couple of breaths here. Inhale yourself back to center, reach the arms up. And then keeping the arms tall, uncross the legs and bring the knees into the chest. Lift the knees, lift the feet off the mat, and then give yourself a hug, really rounding the shoulders over the knees. Tuck the chin to the chest. And then cross the legs. Bring the hands in front of you and come forward to tabletop. The shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. And just give yourself a little shift from side to side, shifting the weight across the knuckles of the hands. Just waking up the wrists. Pulse the fingertips into the ground, wake the hands up. And then just shift forward and back. Then turn the hands around so that the fingers are facing the knees. Pulse the fingertips and just gently sit back, feeling a stretch on the back of the wrists. And then come back to center, do some gentle circles, pressing the fingertips down. And then sit back onto the feet and gently peel the hands back up. And just bring the hands together in prayer in front of you, and you're going to roll the hands around. So it goes from palm round to the back. Yeah, that's right. Back of the wrists. Nice. And then come back to tabletop. We're going to drop the belly button down, scoop the heart forward, lifting the chin. Inhale. And exhale, rounding the spine, tucking the pelvis under, belly button up, dropping the head. Inhale, drop the belly button down, scoop the heart forward. And exhale back, really rounding the spine. Inhale, drop the belly button down, scoop the heart forward, lean forward a little bit, lifting the chin. And exhale, rounding the spine, tucking the pelvis under. And then start to allow the body to move more within the breath. So drop the belly button down, scoop the heart forward. You may want to lean forward a little bit more. And then exhale back. One more in this direction. Inhale, lift up. And exhale back. And then we're going to go into our sideways circle. So leaning into the right shoulder, dropping the ribs down, scooping over to the left, pressing up into the left shoulder, really rounding the spine as you come over the top. And have the awareness on the shoulders. So you're really oiling the shoulder joints. Let the head roll with the movement. Leaning into wherever the body feels like it wants a bit more of a stretch. And change direction. Inhaling as the belly is down. Exhaling as the belly is up. And then change direction again. This time I want the awareness on the hips. So it's like the circular movement is coming from the belly button and the hips are going from side to side as we do this circular sideways cat-cow. Just warming up the hips and change direction. Then bring toes together, knees wide, sit back onto the heels and reach the arms out in front of you for child's pose, resting the forehead on the mat. And just take a few breaths here. You may want to move the hands, reaching one hand forward, one hand back. Shift the torso from side to side. Whatever movement you want to do. Just take a deep breath in. And exhale, melting down. And then keeping the hands where they are, come up onto the knees, round the spine until the shoulders are over the wrists and you're looking at your thumbs. And then lower the chest down in between the thumbs. Rest the chin on the mat, hips high. Take a breath here. And then inhale, sink the hips down, lift the torso up and gently come up into the first cobra. And exhale down to the ground. Bring the fingertips underneath the elbows. They might be just off the mat, in line with the shoulders. Bring the feet together, press the tops of the feet into the mat. We're going to inhale, lift the chest. And exhale down to the ground. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale down. Letting the head roll with the movement, inhaling up. And exhale down. Last one, inhale up. And exhale down. We're going to change the hands, bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lift up to up dog. Bringing the thighs off the mat or not, and just give the hips a wiggle from side to side, shifting the weight from one side to the other. And then press the knees down, lift the hips up, and press back to child's pose. And just let the shoulders and the body melt over the knees, finding length in the lower back. And then keeping the hands where they are, inhale up to tabletop, rounding the spine. Exhale, lowering chest and chin. Inhaling up to up dog. Exhaling back to child's pose. Inhale, rounding the spine, coming forward. Exhale, lowering chest and chin. Inhale up to up dog. And then exhale back to downward facing dog this time. So just walk the feet out, leaning into one heel and then the other, opening up the hamstrings. Pressing the hands away from you, finding length in the spine and in the arms. Let the head be heavy. And then come up onto the toes, bend the knees, send the hips up. Find extra length in the spine. Melt the heart down, opening up the shoulders. And then slowly lower the heels down, keeping the hips nice and high. We're going to keeping the legs straight. Inhale, coming up onto the toes, rounding the spine to plank. And then exhaling, bending the knees, sending the hips to the ankles, and then coming back into downward facing dog. So inhale, rounding the spine to plank. Exhale, bend the knees and back to downward dog. 2 more times. Inhale, rounding the spine to plank. Exhale, bend the knees back. Last time. Inhale, rounding the spine to plank. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And then inhale, come up onto the toes, rounding the spine, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower yourself down, chaturanga. Inhale, up to up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. We're going to step the right foot forward in between the hands. Drop the left knee down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale here, relaxing the hips. Inhale, lifting up tall. Exhale, bringing the hands back down to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward in between the hands. Drop the right knee down. Relaxing the hips. And then inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale here, pressing the hips forward. Inhale. Exhale, bringing the hands down to the mat. Tuck the right toe under, and we're going to step forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. We're going to spend a couple of breaths in forward fold. So you can either have the hands on the mat or interlace the arms and let the elbows be heavy, let the head be heavy. Just opening up the hamstrings right at the top of the legs. And then release the arms, bend the knees, and gently bring yourself up to standing. Brilliant. And just shift the weight from side to side. Gently engage, like squeeze the butt and just press the hips forward. So as we're shifting the weight from side to side, there's also a gentle hip opening on the front of the hip flexors. And then come to your center. Ground yourself down through the feet. Lift up tall through the spine. Relax the shoulders. Release any tension out through the fingers. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back, keeping the knee off the ground. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bringing the hands down to the ground. Step back to plank. Inhale here, squeezing your inner thighs together, pressing up through the shoulders, looking forward. And then exhale, lowering down, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up to up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward in between the hands, keeping the knee off the ground. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sink the hips deeper. Inhale, lifting up chest and chin. Exhale, bringing the hands down to the ground, stepping to the top of our mats. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, bringing yourself all the way up to standing, reaching the arms up. And exhale, releasing the arms. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the left foot back this time. Inhale, reach the arms up. Reaching out through that back heel. Exhale, bringing the hands to cactus. Inhale, lifting chest and chin, reaching forward with that front knee, reaching back with the heel. And then bring the hands down to the top of the mat, step back to plank, take a breath to set yourself up. Exhale, chaturanga, squeezing the elbows in, lowering the chest forward and down. Inhale up to up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward in between the hands. Getting your grounding as you inhale yourself up. Exhale here. So press the front knee forward, reach out through the back heel. Lifting up with the chest and the chin as you inhale. Exhale, bringing the hands to cactus. Inhale, lift chest and chin. And then exhale, bringing the hands to the top of the mat, stepping the right foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, bending the knees, reaching the arms all the way up. And exhale, release. So have the feet hip distance apart. We're going to sit down onto our chairs, making sure that we can see the toes beyond the knees, sinking the hips back. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, pull the belly button in. Inhale. Exhale, lower down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, press the hands down, jump back to plank. Inhale, set yourself up. Exhale, lowering yourself forward and down, chaturanga. Inhale, up to up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the right leg up towards the sky, open up the hip and bend the knee. Just take a breath to feel that stretch. And then bring the right knee into the chest, step it forward in between the hands, back foot at a 45-degree angle to the front foot this time, and check that the front heel is in line with the middle of the back foot. Raise yourself up and just bring the hand to the left hip and just push it forward so that the hips are facing forward. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale here. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the front leg. We're going to come sideways on the mat. And exhale, folding down, bringing the hands behind you, interlacing the fingers. Coming down into a wide-legged forward fold with the arms overhead. Take a few breaths here. Relaxing the crown of the head down. And then bend the knees, bringing the hands back behind you. Bring the heels in, toes out. Sink the hips, bend the knees. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, bringing the right hand across the belly button, left arm over to the right hand side, side stretch. Wake up, wake up, wake up. All right, so we're in goddess pose, right arm across the belly button, left arm up, leaning over to the side. And then inhale yourself back to center, change the arms. Exhale over to the left. Take a breath. And then inhale back to center, change the arms over to the right. And then back to center, changing the arms, exhaling over to the left. Inhale, straightening the legs, reaching the arms tall. And then exhale, coming back around to face the front of your mat. Drop the hands down. Keep the right leg straight. We're going to lift, shift the weight forward to the top of the mat, lifting the left leg up. Point the toes down to the ground. So the hip, you know the hip is nice and square then. Then turn that back foot 90 degrees to open up the hip. You can either stay here or you can start to peel the left hand up. So make sure that the wrists are facing to the midline of the mat. And then opening up the chest, raise the left arm up. Good. Really reaching out through that back heel, opening up the chest. Take a breath. And then bending the right leg, step the left leg behind you to come up to warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. So again, the heel of the front foot is in line with the middle of the back foot. Hips open to the side, reaching the arms out. Imagine someone is lifting you up tall through the spine. I'm just going to take a couple of breaths here. Keep pressing forward with that front knee. Feeling your stability in the feet and the legs. And then cartwheel the hands round to the top of your mat. Step back to plank. Inhale, set yourself up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up to up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the left leg up towards the sky. Opening up the hip and bend the knee. Take a few breaths here. Melting the heart down, feeling the twist and the hip opening. Stretch on the inner leg. And then bring the right knee into the chest, round the spine, and step it forward in between the hands. Set the back foot at a 45-degree angle to the front foot. And then raise yourself up, bringing the right hand to the right hip, getting the hips nice and square. Pressing forward with the front knee. And then inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale. Take a few breaths here. Reach the little fingers into the midline. So it's like you're turning your hands inward. Just lifts the shoulders more. Pressing forward with that front knee. And then lower the hands down to the ground. Step forward, raising the right leg up towards the sky. Right toes pointing down to the ground, reaching out through the right heel. And then turn the left hand so that the wrist is facing into the midline. And then turn that back foot 90 degrees, feeling the hip opening and feeling the twist begin. And then raise the right arm up. Half moon, reaching out through that back heel. Lifting up through the top hand. Grounding down through the left foot. And bend the left leg. Step the right foot behind you. Coming up to Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 2. Hips open to the side, checking the alignment of the feet. Heel in line with the middle of the back foot. Imagine someone is brushing the shoulders, relaxing them, and looking forward. Take a deep breath. And then cartwheel the hands round to the top of the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. Just take a few breaths here. Notice the difference in the body. Notice how the hamstrings might be a bit looser. Just give the head a shake. We're going to inhale, come up onto the toes, bend the knees, send the hips back. Look forward. Exhale, jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the hips back, reach the arms up. Take a breath here. Inhale, lift up to standing and release. Awesome. Okay, bring the feet wide as the mat. Gently bend the knees. And we're going to swing our arms. So the right arm goes in front, left arm goes behind, and then round to the other side. And we're going to allow the hands to hit the lower back. You're just going to swing, keeping the bent knees nice and soft. Just so good. Activates the only horizontal meridian line in the body, which I did not know, but it also brings lots of juicy energy to the shoulders. Make the breath a little bit longer, a little bit deeper. Feel how the breath can power the movement. All right, we're now going to keep moving the arms. We're going to bring the hands so they now hit just under the collarbone. So you are hitting yourself, but in a good way. Just activating the heart meridians and the lung meridians. And now bring the arms over the shoulders. So you're hitting yourself on the back of the back, top of the back. Good. And then just slow the movement down as we bring the hands back so they're just wrapping around the waist, nice and gently, until eventually we're standing still. And just close the eyes. Just feel all the energy in the fingertips and the hands and the arms. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Take a few deep breaths here. And then gently open the eyes and bring the feet back to hip distance apart. Inhale, lift the right knee up to the chest. Grab hold of the big toe. And just stay here. Ground yourself down through the left foot. Lift up tall through the spine. Draw the belly button in. And then in your own time, start to straighten the right leg out, reaching out through the heel, reaching out through the crown of the head, grounding yourself down through that foot. And breathe. We're then going to release the leg so it's staying there. Slightly bend the left leg. Just cross the right leg over the left. So it's like you're sitting down cross-legged. Yeah, that's right. And if you can wrap the ankle around the calf muscle. So bend the left knee. Yeah, that's right. So we're sitting cross-legged basically, but standing up. That's it. And then reach the arms up. Bring the hands to prayer. Bring them down in front of you. We're then going to bring the left arm underneath the right, interlocking the elbows, and then look into the elbows. Good. Take a breath here. We're then going to release the right leg, keeping the arms where they are, and extend the right leg out behind us. And lower the torso down, keeping the hips square to the ground. Breathe. And then release the arms, bring them out wide. We're then going to lower the right hand down to the mat. Keep the left arm out to the side. And then gently start to raise the left arm up towards the sky. So it's a twisting half moon, revolved half moon. Reach out through the heel of the right foot. And then bend the left leg. We're going to bend the right knee, and we're going to bring the right knee behind the left leg and set it down on the ground next to the foot and sit down. Yeah. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale over to the right hand side. Take a breath here. Inhale back to sitting and reach the right arm up. This time we're going to take a twist. So right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Take a gentle twist. Lifting up tall through the spine. Exhaling from the belly button. 2 more breaths. Inhale the arms back to center. Reaching up. Exhale, bringing the hands to the top of the mat, lifting the hips up. You're going to stand up, raise the right leg up. Standing splits. So both hands are on the ground, right leg is just floating up. Let the head be heavy. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the left knee. Bring the right knee into the chest as we stand up. Bring the right knee right up to the chest. Give it a little bit of a squeeze. And release. Give the legs a shake.
Okay.
And now shift the weight over to the right hand side. Inhale the left knee up. Grab hold of the left toe. Bring the right hand to the right hip and just get your stability here. Collarbones or chest nice and open. And then extend the leg out in front of you. Keeping the shoulders and hips forward. Grounding yourself down, lifting up tall. And then release the hand, keeping the leg there. We're going to bend the right knee, bring the left leg across and wrapping it around. So we're coming back into our eagle legs, bending the right knee so that the left knee is able to wrap around it. That's it. Inhale, reach the arms up. Bring the hands to prayer. Lower the hands in front of you. And then we're going to bring the left arm underneath the right. Interlacing the arms, looking forward. Drawing the belly button in. Pressing the shoulders away from you. Reaching the fingers up. And then start to release the left leg, send it behind you. Lower the torso down. Keep reaching out through the toes of the back foot or the balls of the feet till we come into our warrior 3. One side might be more wobbly than the other. And then release the arms wide. And then lower the left hand down to the mat. Reach out through the balls of the feet on the left foot. Start to peel the right foot up. Right hand up to the sky. Reaching out through the left leg. Revolved half moon. And bending the right knee, bringing the left knee behind the leg, setting it down on the ground to sit down into our Gomukhasana. Inhale the right arm up. And exhale, lean over to the left. Take a breath here. Inhale back up to center. Raise the left arm up. And then exhale, bringing the elbow to the outside of the knee and taking the twist. Lifting up tall through the spine, twisting from the belly button, the lower abdomen. And then bring yourself back to center. Bring the hands back to the top of the mat. Shift the weight forward. Raise the left leg up behind you. Lowering the crown of the head down, standing split. Trying to keep the hips nice and square. And then bending the right knee, drawing the left knee into the chest. Raising yourself all the way up. And bringing the left knee in, giving it a squeeze. And release. Good job.
Okay, now I'm exhausted.
All right, we're just going to stand at the top of the mat, reach the arms up. And then as we exhale, we're going to sink the butt down and we're going to come all the way down to the mat, bringing the arms in between the knees until we're sat down. Yeah. And we're going to lie down. All right, so come onto the backs. Fingertips to the heels, pressing the feet down, pressing the hands down, tuck the pelvis under and just lift the hips up. You can interlace the fingers behind the back, roll the shoulders under, grab hold of the ankles if you want, or use your hands to support the lower back, whatever you want to do, really. Lift the belly button up. Just close the eyes and relax the throat. Let the body do the work. We're then going to bring the hands to the lower back, so that you're now supporting the weight of your hips. You're going to raise one leg up towards the sky. Going to hold here for a breath. And then lower the leg back down. And then raise the right leg up towards the sky. Good. And then lower the leg down. We're going to raise the left leg up, or the right leg. But we're going to flip ourselves up to shoulder stand. You can support the hips here, or you can press yourself up onto the shoulders, whatever feels good for you this morning. Sometimes going up onto the shoulders is a bit too intense. Reach up through the balls of the feet. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Relax the throat. We'll be here for 10 breaths. And then start to lower the legs over the head, coming down into Halasana. The legs can be straight or bent, whatever feels good for you in the morning right now. You can tuck the toes under, or you can have the backs of the feet on the mat. Try and relax the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Release the hands, bring them to your lower back, and slowly start to lower yourself back down to the ground, allowing the legs to float up towards the ceiling. Just keep the legs floating up for now. Bring the arms wide. And then just do some circles with the ankles. Going in one direction. And then change direction. Bring the feet back together. Bend the knees and lower the legs back down to the ground. Have the feet together and then allow the knees to go wide. Soles of the feet touching. Bring the hands to the hips. Press the elbows into the mat so we can lift the chest up and lower the crown of the head down behind us. Coming into fish pose. The top of the head is on the mat, chest reaching up towards the ceiling. You can use your elbows to get more traction in the chest, but relax the throat. Relax the hands. And then lift the chest up, bring the chin to the chest. Slowly start to lower yourself down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring the arms nice and wide. Bring the knees back up, feet as wide as the mat. We're just going to take a gentle twist, windscreen wiping, or leaning the legs over to the left-hand side and looking over to the right. And just close the eyes. I'm going to be here for a few breaths, allowing the body to relax, allowing the gentle twist to massage the organs, relax the shoulder blades, bring the awareness to your breath. Inhale yourself back to center, and then exhale over to the right-hand side. And bring the knees back to center. And just release the legs for Shavasana. Giving yourself a wriggle, make sure nothing's going to annoy you. And just flick the fingers and the toes, releasing any energy. Take a deep breath in. And exhale through the mouth. Take another deep breath in. And exhale. And just allow the breath to take its natural rhythm. And with every exhale, just allowing the body to sink deeper into the earth. Relaxing the eyelids. Relax the whole expression of your face. Let the head be heavy. Melt the shoulders down into the ground, letting the arms float. Relaxing the tummy and the hips. Release any tension held by all the muscles in the pelvis. And just send that tension down through the legs. Release it out through the toes. Allowing the body to surrender to deep relaxation. And start to bring the awareness back into your own body. Just take a deep breath in and exhale. And then reach the arms above the head. Give yourself a big stretch. And slowly start to make your way back up to sitting. And bring the hands to prayer. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Bring the thumbs to your forehead or the third eye and to your lips and to your heart. Namaste.